Okay, our third guest this morning from Toastmasters International, Division A Director, Clarice Cresser. Welcome.
Thank you, Chris. So happy to be here.
I'm going to bring the mic a little bit closer to you.
Okay.
And he missed it.
Yes.
We have somebody out there with a bell that's going to count my ahs and ums and so's.
That is right. Oz Counter and Oz Grammarian.
What is Toastmasters all about?
Toastmasters is an international organization dedicated to helping its members develop their communication and leadership skills. It's an international organization, and some are very surprised. It's worldwide. Toastmasters is in 143 countries. There are over 16,000 clubs worldwide and about 350,000 members.
Sometimes these clubs are built around a special interest, like they all work at the Lockheed factory,
Yes.
or
yes.
they are all in a certain type of business.
There are all the clubs we have. There are members from all walks of life.
Right.
We have members who are business owners. We have members who are in education, in business, a variety of fields. Some are retired and who want to give back and develop their skills. And here in the Antelope Valley, we have 14 clubs.
14.
14 clubs in the
Wow.
Antelope Valley, in Lancaster, Acton, and Palmdale. In Division A, we have 31 clubs. Division A is one of 12 divisions in our district, in District 33. Our division is actually really large, fairly large. It goes all the way up to Bishop. Most of our clubs up north are in Bakersfield. We have about 5 in the Ridgecrest area. Then the remaining half are here in the Antelope Valley, Lancaster, Palmdale, and we have one in Acton.
Public speaking, they say, is people are more fearful of public speaking than dying.
Yes.
That's hard to believe.
That is absolutely true. I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was shocked. And that is a number one fear. And one of the things that works well with Toastmasters is in each club, the core of Toastmasters is in the club. And it is an environment that is one that is very supportive. It creates an environment that is supportive and learning. It is, you work in a group, in a meeting. It's not really like a meeting like you would have for work. It's more like an interactive meeting. So every person in a meeting has a role.
Yes.
And whether or not you're speaking, delivering a speech, you are playing and serving in different roles to help the rest of the members. So as you mentioned earlier, we have people in a meeting who count all the ahs and ums. We have one that serves as a timer to make sure that you're speaking within a period of time.
You got to talk long enough, and then
Yeah.
you have to stop talking.
Yes, you have to stop talking, and there's the timer gives you remember being a Toastmaster, you see that green, that yellow, and that red card that gives you timing
Right.
for you to visually know when you need to start to close things out.
Well, somebody could come one time. They could just guest.
You can be a guest,
have to join.
and you're always, anyone can come to our meetings
Right.
to check us out, to
Check it
check
out.
each club out.
Yeah.
And you're not committed, but we hope that once you experience a club meeting in that particular club, that you will join.
I always thought that Toastmasters was the inexpensive way, positive, inexpensive way to better yourself.
It is very inexpensive. It's actually less than I calculated it. It's less than $0.25 a day
Wow.
for a member. We spend money on gym fees. And the thing with gym and also with Toastmasters, you get the value you get from it is how much you put in. And for me, for 25 cents a day for your own personal development, developing your communication and leadership skills is very inexpensive, and the opportunities for learning and growing are far outweigh the value. It's such a very inexpensive, and you get more than your money's worth, so to speak, from Toastmasters.
How did you get involved with Toastmasters?
I got involved about 5 years ago, and I primarily joined Toastmasters because in my work, I work for a nonprofit called Project Rad Los Angeles, and my role had changed. So rather than working with school-based staff members, I had to now go out and speak with strangers.
Oh my goodness.
And having to convince people to want to know more about our organization and to support. Very different way of communication. So I had thought about Toastmasters way back when, but this was an opportunity for me to actually step in and do it because I really needed it for work. So once I started it, and have been for 5 years, it's really helped me. My confidence has really grown, and I am more comfortable being able to speak extemporaneously, off the cuff, to no matter what audience or person I'm talking to. So that's because I attribute that to Toastmasters.
So I'm thinking, is there a class in college? I guess speech class. There's really not a class that helps you communicate with others.
A class can help, and I see a benefit for a class. But the thing that I've noticed for Toastmasters is that you're working and being supportive and taught with other members in a club. In a class, you have class assignments. In Toastmasters, you have the club environment to do all your learning and growing. And there are other opportunities within Toastmasters that come with your membership that you can actually step up your game, so to speak, and take other opportunities. For example, you can serve in different officer roles in the club or in the district. I'm currently a district officer. The other one, which is what I'm here about to hopefully make a pitch, is speech contests. Speech contests are another example of how members can actually step up and improve on their speaking skills. We are in speech contest season worldwide, have been I think since January. All the clubs have had their speech contests. The winners of all the speech contests then go on to their area contests, which we recently had. And now all the winners of our international and tall tale speech contest will come together for our Division A contest, which is on March 30th, Saturday. At 6 p.m. at the Elks Lodge in Lancaster.
Over on Avenue K.
Yes.
People should, it's just $15, that's pretty reasonable. That's dinner also. Do they need to, RSVP?
Yes, they need to RSVP. This contest is being hosted by one of our clubs, Shop Talk Toastmasters.
Right.
Their club president, Anthony Bailey, is serving as a contest chair. And to RSVP is you can call him or email him at anthonypbailey77@gmail.com, and he can send you a link to RSVP. And again, it's $15 and an opportunity to see really some outstanding speakers representing from all of our division among the 31 clubs.
So at this point in the competition, how many, and they're given the same speech each time?
They give somewhat the same speech, but as they progress to each level and the time in between the contests, the speakers tend to always improve and fine-tune their speech.
They've given the same basic speech?
Yes,
two
they
or
have to
three
give the same
times
basic speech.
To get to this level? How many
Yes.
times have they?
Well, the winner of the division will then go on to the next level, which is our District 33 contest. And that is on May 4th and 5th in Ventura. The winner of the district contest for the international then goes on to compete in the Toastmaster International World Championship speech contest in Chicago in August.
Have you been in some of these contests?
I've only had the privilege of going up to the district level. And I hope to one day, that's on my bucket list, to go to an international speech contest. A couple of years ago going to France. So I hope to go to Paris, France, and Denver next coming up.
It's amazing what joining a club can do, the avenues that it can open for you.
Yes.
Did I say,
You just said, we do, and there are other things too that Toastmasters does. We serve in the community. We have a high school program to teach communication skills to our youth. It's our youth leadership program, and all of our members, many of them are very involved in community efforts. You had Anthony Bailey, who is also very involved with Grace Resources.
Correct.
We have several who use their skills, communication and leadership skills, to better the community. It's our passion. Service is a big part of Toastmasters. Service to others in our clubs and within Toastmasters, and in our community.
One of the purposes of the event on Saturday the 30th is to share Toastmasters with the community.
Yes, and also to be entertained. The international speech is any speech that is 5 to 7 minutes, and those tend to be very motivational historically. Tall Tales is it's described as a probable tale with exaggerated elements. So there are, like I said, both those types of speeches are not only gives people a flavor for what Toastmasters is, but also to be entertained and to be inspired and motivated from our members.
So these presentations have been honed and given to live audiences a couple of times already, and now they're even better. And like you say, it's entertainment.
Yes.
Something you just won't see on television.
Yes.
Well, I know Anthony Bailey, and he's on Facebook, so he's easy to find.
Yes. He is, like I said, we're so privileged to have him be our contest chair and to have Shop Talk take this on and being our host, being the host for the event. We've been working on this since September.
Wow.
So we're looking forward to it. It's almost like it's a big event for us and an opportunity to really showcase our speakers and Toastmasters, and we hope people will come.
That is Saturday, March 30th.
At 6 p.m.
6 p.m. over at the Elks Lodge on Avenue K.
Yes.
Give Anthony a call, 661-466-6245. If you didn't get that number, you can call Ann Azarley at the Chamber office.
Yes.
And Clarice Kresser, thank you very much for being on the show.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.